Hi everyone, welcome to Crafty Soup. My name is Misty. I am here with a bit of a wrap up for December and to tell you what I had going on this month and to do a quick project share in just a moment. So this month was very busy and I didn't get as much stuff done as I had hoped. I had some medical stuff going on, nothing serious, but it did take some time. So I had that. My daughter was home from college, so we did some family time together and played a lot of games, and that was really good. We had some snow days this year, which is unusual in December for us. In fact, snow is fairly unusual around here where I live at all, so it was nice to have some snow, and it was just the right amount to be beautiful but not cause too many traffic headaches. I did lots of cleaning and organizing of my scrap space, and I'm still not done yet, but I made a lot of progress, so that is good. I put away about 30 layouts from the past couple of months that I had set aside to get filed, so that was good. I printed and organized some photos for this coming up few months of scrapbooking, so those are ready to go. And so that brings us to the part of the crafting that I actually have something to show. So let me go ahead and swap cameras and I will be back in just a moment. So the biggest thing that kept me busy this month was I co-hosted the Counterfeit Kit Challenge group's December activity. We don't do a typical kit build for the month of December because people are very busy, but this year we did an Advent kit build. So that meant that every day there was a prompt and a photo image to go with the prompt to help get thoughts going. And each day was some kind of item to add to your kit. So this is what I ended up doing with my kit build. I am actually going to keep an art journal, and this is the little journal that I'm going to work in, and this is going to hopefully follow me throughout 2022. And my kit is based on just a lot of scraps of things, and in fact I threw some more things in here as I was cleaning. And we started our kit build off with a focal pattern paper, and this was my focal pattern paper that kind of set my color palette for me. Although I have to say I don't have a lot of products in this kind of burgundy red color. I know it's a little washed out on the video, but that is a deeper red than what it looks like. But I've got enamel dots in here. I've got some flare badges, chipboard stickers, regular stickers, some bits of gold in here, some die cut pieces, and then lots and lots of scraps of pattern paper. And I am using mostly scraps besides my focal image paper because I want to use up these scraps. I loved this paper when I bought it, and I cut into it once or twice, and it's just been sitting there. So this is a great project to work on that. So in January, which is tomorrow, the Counterfeit Kit group will be back to our typical kit builds. And if you want to join us in February, I am hosting the Inspiration Kit for February, which will be my first time hosting a kit, and I'm very excited about that. So I do hope if you haven't already checked out the Counterfeit Kit group that you do that. Links below, totally free, use up your stash kind of group, so that is fun. Let me set this aside. Another thing that kept me super busy this month was my youngest's alternative school hosted a craft event for families, and each room of the building had a different crafty event going on, and I was the card making room. I had two stations set up. These were samples that I created for the DIY card station, and I made these card fronts a nice canvas size for younger kids, as well as easy. If they mess up, they can just recycle it and start all over again, and that way they wouldn't be recycling a whole card. So they decorated their card fronts and then took it to the finishing station to add their greetings and glue it together to a card. So I had lots of holiday themed stamps at that station. And then I had a guided station, and we did some heat embossing resist techniques, and kids and actually even parents really love this technique because it seems so magical when your embossing powder goes on pretty clear and you can't see it very much, and then you add the ink on top of it to reveal the image, it really does seem magical. And I used a nice glittery embossing powder there, so that was very fun. So that, I had to prep materials for about 120 cards, and of course we didn't go through all of that, but I am of the mind that I'd rather have plenty of materials than to run out and disappoint somebody. So that was a little bit of work that I went through. If you saw my beginning video in December where I was talking about what I was going to take a break and what I had going on, you'll know that I was talking about an Advent watercolor calendar that I was working on. And as you can see, I got through day 8. I am going to continue working on this slowly and try a few more of the watercolor items, and some of these things I even surprised myself, like this little watercolor cup here with a kind of a spiced mulled wine drink in it. I had so much fun with this when I got through them, and I learned a lot just in these little images, and so I want to keep going and continue with the rest of that. As you can see, I have a scratch piece of paper where I had to practice certain things, and I went through various iterations of orange slices and my drinks over here, as well as trying out flowers and leaves, because I still have a lot to learn. So that was that. As I was cleaning up, I came across one bin of a project in progress that has been sitting here for a very long time. I actually have a video up on the creation of this side of the page, which actually is an interactive slide out multi-photo layout, and this is kind of the my yard as it has progressed over the 19 years that we've lived here, and things that I've done that have gone wrong and I've had to redo and all of that. So I finished this page of the project, and it took me a while because I ran out of these photo flaps, and it just took me so long to order more. I do want to go in here and add a little bit of journaling tabs to each photo. Pardon my phone noise in the background. So like I said, I do want to go in and add in a little bit of journaling to each photo to kind of explain things a little bit more, but I was very glad to get that bin of supplies cleared up and get that project finished so I can file it away. And then the other thing I worked on this month, I can't actually show you, but I'll give you a sneak peek. It has to do with squares of pattern paper and circles of a neutral cardstock. And the reason I can't show you this is because this is for an event that I am presenting in January called the Scrap Smarter Experience, and that is hosted by the scraphappy.org group, and that is a paid-for event. I do have an affiliate link to that if you want to sign up for that event. It won't cost you anything extra. I just get a little bonus as a thank you for sending business that way. I am a design team member over at Scrap Happy, but I joined that group originally just because I wanted a nice community, and I stuck around because there is a nice community there. And so I appreciate that group very much. I'm happy to be on the design team, and I'm happy to promote the activities over there. So the Scrap Smarter Experience is about a weekend of crafty learning where you sit back and relax and just soak up all of the information that is offered. You don't have to worry about keeping up with teachers and getting projects done, because the idea is that you get an education and you take that to your future crafting, except for my project, which is a little bit of a hands-on experience that the rest of the weekend doesn't have. And I will walk you through a tutorial that uses these simple materials, uses scraps from your supplies to build interesting elements for your layout. So I will encourage you to go check out that event, and I will leave a link for you if you decide to sign up. And that does wrap up my share for December. So instead of cutting back to my face here, I will just say goodbye. At this point, I wish you a very happy new year. I have 2 videos coming out for you tomorrow, so do check those out. And I hope you have a peaceful New Year's Eve, if you're still in the New Year's Eve time zone of the world, because I know some of you are already in the next day. So I wish you a very happy, healthy, safe, prosperous, and calmer 2022. Thanks for being here, and I hope to see you next time.